Hey people. Alright, Sylvia's here. I'm doing the, I don't know, what are we at? The, like, 5th mission? Yeah, the 5th mission in the attack on Stormreach chain. Fortunately, I forgot what I was doing and I already talked to the dude. So basically, he's telling me to go to the harbor. This nice lady's gonna row me out to a, Droam mining fleet. By mining fleet, I mean, like, dropping mines, not making a mine. Because we need to go blow up all the mines that the drum did because they've blockaded the harbor. So my mission is to destroy these 3 boats. Sorry. Yeah, I will in the future try not to accidentally talk to the NPCs first. Alright. So here's how this works. Each of the 3 boats, you can actually see people moving on them. That one's slightly different, and I'll get to it in a second. But each of the 3 boats have a captain's quarters, a door to the lower decks, a door to the galley, and within the lower decks, there's also another area to the mine bay. The mine bay door is locked with a crest. You'll need to find the crest, and the crest can be anywhere on the ship. Furthermore, inside of the captain's quarters for these first 2 ships, you'll find the captain. For this one, the captain's actually standing up on top, and his captain's quarters are empty. My personal bit of advice I would give here is to do this ship first. There is a stealth option here. See up there, it says optional, sink the drone fleet without raising the alarm. Yeah. That's really hard to do, especially if you don't put any kind of ranks into, like, move silent and hide and things like that. But, like, in theory, if, I had killed that guy before he ran and hit the alarm. Exactly. In theory, if I had killed that guy before he raised the alarm, I would have been able to do this that way. Once the alarm is raised, all the enemies are going to be, like, extra prepared for you and stuff like that. I kind of didn't want to fight him without being able to stun him, but whatever. So yeah, all the people will be, like, alerted to your presence. I've got Dungeon Alert green, which is awesome. At least, they're kind of, like, coming at me one at a time. There we go. God. Alright, maybe this wasn't such a at least moment. Alright, you. Oh, God, I'm so... Ugh. You'll see real quick, too, that, my hireling of choice for this mission was a, favorite soul instead of a cleric. As usual, I prefer not to use... I prefer not to use favorite souls, and this one's going to be all sorts of obnoxious, like she always is. Favorite souls tend to be a little bit too aggressive, and you can see how she's already been, like, way too aggressive. However, there's a... Oh, God, I don't want her following me. Stop following me. There we go. Quivering Palm. There's a couple of spots where you're going to go through doors, and if the alarm has been triggered, there's just going to be a mass of people there. So some actual, like, AoE, and her Comet Fall knocks people on the floor, which is amazing, will really help the situation. But yeah, I find them to be a little bit too aggressive, and she wastes her mana. She's one of the worst ones, actually, too, which is funny, because her 2 attack spells that she'll routinely use are an instant death attack that costs a bunch of mana, and then Comet Fall, which also costs a whole bunch of mana, which is an AoE. She doesn't have, like, single damage attacks, and she doesn't have anything that's good against, like, a red name, because, you can't instant kill red names, and you can't knock them on the floor. So she will, like, routinely waste all of her mana by dropping Comet Falls on enemies that are, like, by themselves, or she usually starts with a Comet Fall, even if there's a single enemy. So she'll Comet Fall a single enemy while I'm fighting them, knock that enemy prone. I'll get them to, like, 80% of their HP's gone, and then she'll instant death them. She's super annoying. But she does, to be fair, work really well in this mission. Because of that reason I already commented on. There we go. And that would be the crest for this boat. There's also a fair amount of collectibles in this mission too. So yeah, we're gonna go kill the captain now. You actually get an optional for assassinating the captains. The captains are not rare encounters; they are always there. But yeah, you could like bypass these guys and kill them. It's also a separate optional for each one of them, which makes it work out even better, I think. At least EXP wise. They do not drop chests though. This mission gives you a potential of 5 chests. Always excluding the like the champion chests for named enemies and stuff like that. But anyway, Gol Kaz will not give me a chest. Neither will one of the other captains, but the ogre captain who isn't in his room, he will give you a chest. I'm not sure why they figured that was the way to go. Yeah, I'm not sure why they did it that way, because you kind of have to fight the ogre one. But you can easily like avoid these other two. So they made it so that the one that is pretty much unavoidable is the one that gives the chest, and then the two that are like truly optionals are ones that aren't don't give chests. So I don't know. Enemies will also occasionally spawn outside of the ship if the alarm has been triggered. Alright, so I want my hireling here. So real quick, when I go into this lower deck one, only this boat is the one that has this problem, but usually directly in... Yeah. You guys just spawned there, then made her waste more of her mana. Thanks. Alright. So yeah, usually you go in, there's a little landing when you first go in, and then a staircase down, and the staircase down basically leads to a big, like, sleeping room, common room type, where there's a whole bunch of enemies. This boat particular will have 2 Droam Vanguards, which are like the armored ogre dudes, and 2 mages, like, right there in your face, immediately. Furthermore, the camera will get weird because all of a sudden there's going to be a wall behind you and you're going to be in a small area. So the camera is going to get weird, it's going to be hard to target enemies, and you're going to have 2 really powerful things, plus 2 spellcasters immediately there, and then everybody underneath will then run up the stairs to get you too. The Droam Vanguards do a pretty good job like physically blocking the way, because they, like, their heads reach the ceiling, so you can't even jump over them to get to the mages behind them. So going through here can be kind of a nightmare. If you actually have any kind of like buffs, I suggest casting them. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? Good. Yeah, okay. See, and this is why I brought her, because her actually knocking those guys down is actually incredibly helpful. The negative level, not so much, but... Alright. And there goes my haste effect. I'm actually going to cast it again. Anyway, on the topic of those chests, the other chests that are available are when you get into the actual mine bays. Each of the mine bays have a, like, named kobold, and they will drop them. Yeah, see, there she goes, casting spells that I don't want her to be casting. Yeah, stop wasting your mana. Quivering Palm. The worst part is, not only does she waste her mana, but, like, by knocking the enemies on the floor, I often can't see where the enemies are. I'm like, is that a dead guy, or is that a, one that she knocked on the floor? Anyway, yeah, so she definitely makes this a lot easier. Any other kind of, like Blade Barrier is going to be hard to use in that situation, because, again, you're going to come in right on the... with those guys right on you. The ogres, all of their attacks will hit any enemies that they, like, physically hit. Crest. Door. There you go. I believe he's the named one. Darn it. I desperately want to Quivering Palm him to death. Okay. Well, I'll just ignore you for now. Man, he made a save too. Oh, you guys are just all in annoying spots. All in annoying spots. Yeah, anyway, so it's really hard for your hireling to, like, actually do anything in that situation. You're not going to be able to cast, like, a long, effective spell because, you're going to be getting hit by the cleave attacks, and then the enemy mages are going to throw firewalls, and your hireling's going to end up just standing inside of firewalls and things like that. All in all, it's pretty annoying getting into that boat. This boat. Alright. I will quivering palm you if it's not the last thing I do. Yes! So worth it. Alright, and then, yeah, you get your chest here. I never put my other goggles back on. Yay! Success on my first try. Oh, man. So, mine controls. You have a couple of options here. You can attempt to unlock the mine hatches. If you have the trap-making feat, you can rig a remote to detonate the mines. And then you can just set the mines to certain timers. I'm not smart enough to unlock the mine hatches. If you were, you'd be able to get out of those before the ship explodes. I'm going to go for 10 minutes here. Causing one of the ships to explode will alert all of the other ships to your presence immediately, just so you're aware. And also, you can, if you're, like, playing a character that's particularly fast, you can make it out in 15 seconds, but if the game lags at all, if it decides to take a little bit of extra time, like loading the exterior or something like that, or if you just have a hard time using the door correctly, and it says, like, you know, the door is blocked, you'll just end up dying. So try not to do that. That said, if you do die and you get blown up on the boat, you will teleport to the little raft that you came in on. I never understood why some of these guys are just randomly small. But yeah, you'll teleport to the little raft where there is a res shrine. So it's not like it's instant death, but it's still pretty not great. And that's Bash. Captain of the Carnage. Also apparently capable of hovering. There we go. Yeah, I want to do that. Ow. Now my stupid hireling's gonna end up just... Yeah, there we go. Heal, please. Thank you. Don't become ultra aggressive and start blowing crap up. Okay, good, yeah. Like, see, don't stand in a range where he can keep hitting you with his cleave attacks, lady. I'm just gonna switch to wind stance to kill this guy faster. Wow, and then he ran away from me. What a loser. Captain Bash has a lot of HP on Elite. Yes, I know, I'm on the drone ship Carnage. Been there for a while. That, by the way, is kind of what I was saying when I was talking about in the last video, where I was like, you know, Jeroam kind of invested an awful lot of, like, unique and like potent people, you know, into this whole, like, invasion of Zendrik, and their loss is pretty harsh. Yay. Mark of Sheska. I'm cool. I'm glad I got that. Okay, so that's also awesome that I got that one. Those marks are used for upgrading all of the items that you get in this quest line. The, like, Terraz's Sight, Mania's Fists, and all that stuff, in addition to the various, like, weapons that you can also get. They are all upgraded with those marks. I'm actually going to go into the here, because I don't think the alarm on this ship has been triggered yet. Yeah, the alarm has not been triggered. There we go. Alright, kill this guy before he gets unstunned and then starts hitting me for oodles of damage again. Ah, yeah. Yeah. Alright. Now let's retreat. I did not go into the galley, so there's a chance that, that was the wrong button. Oh, hey, they're just attacking my hireling. Yeah, I didn't go into the galley, so there's a chance, I mean a good chance, that the crest is in there. Sometimes the crest is in the lower decks. So, I mean, and I think the crest can also be in the captain's quarters. Wow, this is annoying. I'm just gonna ignore him for now. Call my hireling over. Wow! I almost killed myself there. And there's the crest in the captain's quarters. Boop, 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 boop. I have never actually been able to get into the lower quarters of one of the ships before without having the alarm get triggered. So I was kind of impressed with myself there. I didn't do it in the traditional, like, stealth approach. I did it in the, like, I'll kill everybody before they can raise the alarm approach, but that's just as good. What do you mean, no target? Clearly, the target. Also, that weapon ability is amazing. I wish it didn't cost so much, like, turbine points, because I bought it from DDO store. And I also wish there was like a reasonable way for me to like slot them in and out and things like that, because it would be cool to have the more powerful ones that do elements that are like less ideal. You've been stunned. You haven't been stunned. You've been quivering palmed. And you're standing in a kind of an inconvenient spot. I'm just going to ignore you two. Come on, get down. God. It's kind of annoying. There we go. So we have 3 minutes and 42 seconds until the Vengeance explodes. Just throwing that out there. I kind of wanted to try to coordinate them so that they all blew up at the same time, but that's easier said than done. Hey, Mr. Siege Engineer. Alright, let's get, I don't know how much of a difference that will make in my life, but we'll try it. By the way, even if the alarm has already been hit, the enemies have a, like, I will automatically run towards to hit the alarm when they get, like, to low HP. And they'll do that even if the alarm has been hit already. Which makes fighting sort of easier. There's my fungus. I knew there was fungus down here somewhere. There we go. Stunning is nice because it's both like a defensive and an offensive ability. Like, he's not hurting me right now because he's stunned. I mean, now he's hurting me because he's not stunned. But yeah, he's not hurting me because he got stunned, but on top of all that, he's also taking additional damage from me because he's also stunned and considered helpless. Back in the day, enemies that were, were stunned they caused a situation where you auto-critically hit them, so every one of your attacks was a critical hit. So you'd have monks teaming up with like dual wielders who were wielding heavy picks, which was the like highest critical weapon game. Crap. I wanted to use the rush shrine, but I forgot. So I'm gonna be stupid and go with 1 minute. So yeah, sometimes that'll happen. It'll be out of range or it'll say it's blocked. And if that happens when you did the 15-second one, you're gonna definitely die. And the explosion is moderately large, so you can get hit by the explosion even if you're not on the boat, but you're close to the boat. So yeah, I'm gonna use the rest shrine and then we'll watch some fireworks over here. Now, it should be that one explodes first, I think. Yeah. Yeah, that one should explode first and then that one. Maybe. We'll see. I might as well have my hireling use the rest shrine too. I mean, she's still got half of her mana. Eh. Yep. There's one down. Do 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 do. Come on. And this is just my personal opinion, but the captain of this boat is the one that's the most annoying of the captains. Retreat! Low HP, negative levels, not fun. Good that I got hit with negative levels again. Really? Like, he could shoot me from up there? God, I hate things that give negative levels. It's such a pain. Alright. Yeah. Okay, you're next. There we go. No more negative levels, no more stupid spells that deal 80 damage. Or maybe there is, because it looks like there's one that I missed. Yep, there's a mage. Nope, that's not a mage, is it? Looks like an archer all the way up there. All the way up there? No, it is a mage. And I'm sort of dying. Yep, I'm dead. I really wanted to just finish one of these without dying, but it's just not gonna happen. Because the next two are gonna be... The next one definitely is gonna kill me, like, for sure. And then the one after that is, like, the finale, which is even harder. Well, that was one way to get rid of negative levels, I suppose. Not a good way, but one way. Yay, you've been stunned. Yay, you have high damage reduction or physical resistance or something like that. And again, for an archer, you hit really hard. He's probably the main reason why I died, too. It's kind of annoying. Alright, so yeah, the captain here is, in my opinion, the hardest captain because he hits with negative levels, but he also, his negative levels come in, like, groups of 4 or 5. So I'm actually going to chug this, potion of Death Ward, which I probably should have just chugged at the beginning of this whole stupid mission, but whatever. The last time I tried to do this, he actually killed me with negative levels. Guy's really annoying. Enemies that give negative levels are really annoying. And this guy is no different. Actually going to haste. And go into wind stance for additional damage. Ha! Ha! How do you like that? Every time the little, like that thing, he's trying to hit me with some kind of either instant death effect or negative level. So in your face, Mr. Lobo the Bloody. I like that he was sitting there at his desk staring at a picture of a minotaur whose hands appear to be on its crotch. Oop. He's hitting me with, like, actual traditional damage. Oh, God. Heal me. Alright. Yeah, see, now she's gonna waste a whole bunch of her mana doing this, but the only way I could get her to, like... There we go. Yeah, I don't know. Lobo the Bloody has a lot of pictures of burly men just sitting in his room. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Kind of weird. Alright. Whoop. Back to fire stance. Stun this guy. Alrighty. I am going to, by the way, for the final one, I'm going to set it for 15 seconds and see if I can pull it off. We're gonna try. It's gotta be it'll be a learning experience. Oh, Jesus. Okay, kill the War Priest, that's good. Yeah, a Vanguard, a War Priest that was a champion, and then a Drome Infantry was not really a awesome situation. There we go. Alright, and we got our crest and our collectible. And off we go. And that's annoying. Yeah, like, come on guys, don't just stand there. Thank you. You've been stunned. You haven't been quivering palmed. And also, when did that guy get up there? You haven't been quivering palmed. Quivering palm? Oh. Crap's annoying. There we go. Alright. So into the fun area. At least in this one, they're not, like, right on me. They weren't searching really hard, that's for sure. Oh yeah, Quivering Palm. Oh yeah, my hireling hit him with an instant death effect after I basically killed him myself. Stunned him, got him down to like 1 HP, and then she's like, instant death time. And then he's just a really, really large orc for some reason. I don't know if the, like, extra size on the enemies, like, actually corresponds to them being stronger or something along those lines. And the smaller ones are weaker. Alright. Oh, definitely not going to be able to... Most champion enemies have death block, so I'm not going to be able to Quivering Palm him. There's a, oh cool, he dropped a chest. There's like, in some of the taverns, you can have like PvP fights that are just like, you know, like, everybody just goes crazy in fights. And like some of the most dangerous people in those fights are mages, because mages can deal like a massive amount of damage really quick while also like staying away from a human player. So it's funny when monks are particularly good against mages because, you know, we can close the distance really quick. We're pretty resistant to their spells. And then mages tend to have low fortitude saves, so then you just, like, Quivering Palm them, or, if the Quivering Palm works, I mean, yeah, the Quivering Palm works. If not, a Stunning Fist. And if that really doesn't work too, you can then try to hit them with a Kukendo. That's probably going to miss, but it's usually a better option than not using it, obviously. Come on. Give me some extra loot. Yes. Awesome. So besides the one chest that I didn't try on, which I wouldn't have even been able to since I used all of them, that went pretty well. Alright, yeah, so we're going to try... So, yeah, I was definitely going to, like, cast haste before I triggered that. And then just didn't. And because the, bam. That was me dying. That was me dying. Yeah, well, that happened. So yeah, there we go. That was finished. I'll go turn in my reward, and then I'll end this video here. As I'm going back, though, people, you should like, favorite, comment, subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter. And if I still don't know if Patreon actually offers a like follow function, but you should follow me there too. Wahaha. Alright. This dude. Stormreach is in your debt. With the drone ships destroyed, we can begin clearing up the harbor. Supplies will flow into the city once more. I'd like to offer you my personal congratulations on your achievement, and if that's not enough, let me add this more concrete token of my gratitude. Frost hand wraps of deception. No. Acid comma of rapid strikes. No. Dexterous. Ugh. Hammer block. No. 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 Oh, they all look pretty poor. Ugh. I guess I'll go with those. The deception effect is something I can break down pretty well. Deception 4. Pretty solid. And I'll just go tell this dude that I finished the next step. The harbor's open again, and the ships are coming in and out like normal. That's a relief. I know I wasn't the only one who worried that Jerome might starve us out. Now that things are more under control, I can finally start organizing my men and beginning to plan for an offensive. Alright. Alright, folks. Like, favorite, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later.